What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 226, and today we're starting the Confederations Cup off here with England. The Confederations Cup, we've been drawn in a group with France, Germany, and Brazil. You'll see that group in just a moment's time before the opening game against France here. And yeah, coming into this tournament, it's interesting, but despite how many trophies I've won in every career mode save I've done on YouTube, I can't recall ever winning the Confederations Cup. Maybe I have, maybe some of you out there that are massive fans of mine can somehow recite a Confederations Cup win that I can't somehow recite. But I certainly don't remember ever winning the Confederations Cup before. But even so, we do enter it here with England. We've got France, Germany, and Brazil in our group. And the first chance did fall to France. A fellow by the name of Mbanyang had the first chance. His free kick went just over the bar. And in the 45th minute here, Daniel Sturridge's header was way off target in a very poor first half. Nothing really happening from either side. In the 58th minute, a great chance here as Jack Wilshere swings in this corner. It comes out to Callum Chambers, and again, the attempt is way off target. And this was one of those games where you just know, literally right from the first minute, it's probably going to finish as a goalless draw. It's probably going to be a stalemate because neither side really looked as though they knew how to score. It was one of those games where the build-up play was terrible and the finishing was terrible. It was just awful. France would have a good chance straight from the goal kick though as they played away forward with Matuidi on the ball finding Paul Pogba. As Pogba turns his man, he plays it back inside towards Matuidi. He plays out wide towards Griezmann, and his strike is well saved by Joe Hart and turned behind for a corner for the best chance of the game so far, just past the hour mark. And one of the final chances would fall here in the 71st minute. As Lacazette goes down the left-hand side, gets the wrong side of Phil Jones, crosses the ball in, and this header by Remy Cabella hits the woodwork and is eventually cleared. And it was indeed how the game would finish. France did have a couple of late chances there, but other than that, a really poor game. And, 0-0 was the fair result because neither side really, again, other than that great chance France had, which Joe Hart had to make the save for, and then hitting the woodwork a few minutes later. Other than that, it was just such a poor game, and there was rarely anything to show, to be honest. And I just knew throughout the entire game it was going to finish 0-0. It's funny whenever those games sort of happen and you don't know how to change it. You just know that it's going to be locked as a 0-0 draw. But that was how the first game finished. Germany beat Brazil in their first game. So coming into this one, taking on the German side, I did decide to rest 10 players as this was being played in midweek, and all three of these games were played in a space of 7 days. So everyone was kind of tired from the first game. So I decided to rest all the outfield players because Germany obviously going to be one of the stronger sides in this competition, no doubt about that. But I just felt really confident coming into this game that if I played the backup side out there, I might do better with a fully fit side and a bit more urgency. And so straight from kickoff, that's what I decided to do. Just literally go straight for goal right from kickoff. No intricate passing, no slow build-up play. Literally go straight for goal. I worked my way through towards Ross Barkley. Barkley did find the back of the net. However, the flag was ruled, the flag from the linesman ruled a goal out for offside, and it was very tight, but it was the correct decision, and so it was still goalless. So I thought I had the first goal of the competition for us, but it was still 0-0. And in the 13th minute, another great chance here as Danny Welbeck goes down the left-hand side and fake shots around his man. He keeps on going, takes it round Ashton Guts, the PSG right back, with a quick little step over, keeps holding the ball, then drags it back and keeps on beating the right back, then eventually drills in across towards Morrison at the far post, and Ravel Morrison gives us the lead in this game just 14 minutes in. So obviously against France, it was pretty clear that my problem and the reason the game finished as a 0-0 draw was because I was just way too slow with building any chances. So in this game, I thought I'd be a lot more direct, I guess, and a lot more urgent in my play, and that's why we got the opening goal of the game for Ravel Morrison. Germany went relatively close there in the 28th minute. We failed to deal with a corner, and Huverdez's strike did go just off target and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0, but Germany obviously weren't going to lie down and just accept the fact that we were 1-0 up. Now we were going to go on to win the game. Of course, they were going to be going for the equalising goal as many times as possible, and as Draxler finds Lasogga here, his strike goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So Lasogga almost finding the back of the net there, but literally just a couple minutes later, again Germany come forward and do win themselves a penalty. Mario Götze was taken down inside the area, and I had no complaints about this one. It was a silly challenge really by Mari Williams, and it was one of those where you don't really press the circle button to lunge, but the AI, well, not the AI person controlling it because you're controlling the player, but it's just one of those unfortunate collisions, I guess. You don't mean to take him down, but when you watch it back on the replay, you can see exactly why the referee has to give a penalty in that scenario. So penalty to Germany and a great chance for them to equalise here just before half-time. It's Muller against Joe Hart, and Muller does come out on top. He rifles the ball in off the underside of the bar as Joe Hart dives to his left-hand side, and Thomas Muller makes it England 1, Germany 1. So Muller getting the goal there just before half-time, and sadly for us, our lead in this game has gone. And it was one of those games where I felt as though I could probably control the game after I got the opening goal, but I just didn't really know how to play. And it's kind of weird because, you know, this England side, we've had our World Cup win, we've had our European Championship win, so coming into this Confederations Cup tournament, despite a very strong group, we'd probably could be considered to be the favourites to actually go and win this competition based on our previous two tournaments. But to be honest, I never really feel too comfortable when using this England side, and I think one of the main reasons is because I don't have too many players that actually play for the club. I got a few obviously in the defence particularly, but not as many as I would like, you know, compared to my West Bromwich Albion days, for example. And that's why in the 45th minute, I wasn't really surprised to see Germany take the lead for the first time in the game. As they worked their way inside here, the first shot was really well saved by Joe Hart. We couldn't get it away at the far post, and it was turned in by Julian Draxler, who makes it England 1, Germany 2 going into the break. So 2-1, and Germany do take the lead in this game for the first time. In the 66th minute, we really did need to grab ourselves an equalising goal, because as things stand, our Confederations Cup hopes were hanging by a thread. And as you can see, we did go very close there. Ross Barkley, who got the assist of the first goal, almost scored there, but the shot went just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 2-1 to the Germans here at Wembley. But in the 82nd minute, we would grab ourselves the equalising goal. Oxlade-Chamberlain played a lovely ball over the top towards Danny Welbeck. Well, one of the few Arsenal players we have in this England squad. And Welbeck's volley does find the back of the net, although I have to say I think the goalkeeper should have done better. It was on his weaker left foot. He didn't generate too much power. It was straight at the goalkeeper, really, and it squirmed under his body. And I know sometimes I'm really critical of goalkeepers, and I hold my hands up in admittance of that, but I think Danny Welbeck's shot there should have been saved. But it was still 2-2, and we're back on level terms. Harrison Reed almost won it for us later on, but Leno did make the save, and it was how the game would finish. So 2 draws from our opening 2 games, the first one being a goalless draw, the second a score draw, and that would mean coming into our final group stage game here against Brazil, we would have to win, otherwise we would exit the competition at the group stage, because France and Germany both beat Brazil, and of course both drew with us as well, which means, as you'll see with the group table in just a moment's time, Germany have 4, France have 4 points, that is, obviously. We've got 2 points, and Brazil have 0. So coming into this game, Brazil already knocks out the competition. They're not going to be advanced to the knockout stages. For us, a draw would not be enough, as we'd only end up with 3 points, and Germany and France would both have 4 before their final game anyway, so it wouldn't matter. And even if we did win, if France and Germany both drew, and we failed to win by more than, I think it's 2 goals, we will be going out on goal difference. So coming into this game, we had to win, you know, just to make sure we had a chance in this game, because if neither France or Germany managed to beat the other team and they drew, because of the goal difference factor, we'd have to score more than 2 goals. So, you know, it's crazy. Coming into this group, I knew it was going to be difficult for us. You know, all 3 of these teams are very decent indeed, but considering, you know, winning the World Cup, winning the European Championships, I thought it would be favourites to, you know, not top the group with ease or anything, but probably top the group and go through and have a really good run. But we needed to win this final group stage game, and we got off to the worst possible start. Just 14 minutes in, Jordan Henderson, I pressed circle to try and clear the ball away. He slid, and unfortunately Renato Augusto just seemed to fall backwards there and win a penalty to Brazil. It is a penalty, yes, but still quite unfortunate. And even so, a great chance for Brazil to take the lead in this game. Hulk against Joe Hart. Hart is trying to put him off here. He couldn't put off Thomas Muller, and he can't put off Hulk either, because Hulk does find the back of the net. Hart dived the right way, but sadly he couldn't get any gloves on it, and unfortunately for us, we do go behind in a must-win game. So now a goal down, just 15 minutes in, away against Brazil. I mean, it's just the worst possible start, isn't it? So Holt gives Brazil the goal in this game, and in the 41st minute, it could have been 2-0 here. Cicinho plays the ball inside. Eventually, Derley plays it backwards towards Cicinho, inside towards his man. Paulinho strikes him on the edge of the area, and Joe Hart makes a great save, and we turn it behind for a throw-in. So good save by Hart there, but for the entire game, really, you know, with this England side, I don't know how I've won the World Cup with them. I don't know how I've won the European Championships with them. The fact of the matter is, I didn't know what to do with this team at all. Like, literally, my attacking play with this squad was just absolutely awful. That cross by Walcott to Carroll there, and the header went over the bar, was the best chance and really the only chance we created in the entire game, until another one here in the 79th minute. Danny Welbeck fake shots around his man and shoots, but it goes harmlessly over the bar, and it's still 1-0 to Brazil. And with our Confederations Cup hopes, hanging by a thread coming into the game, at this stage they're all over, and I knew it for sure. The last chance would fall here as Danny Welbeck comes forward, but the shot is well saved by the goalkeeper Nato and cleared away by Brazil, and it was how the game would finish. Brazil 1, England 0, which means we whimper out of the Confederations Cup in the group stage with no wins in 3 games, 2 draws and a defeat, and we finish bottom of the table with a measly 2 points. I don't know how on earth I played so badly with this England squad, but I'm pretty confident this is the worst international tournament I've ever had in career mode. But that is going to end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I do apologise for playing so poorly. I have no idea why I was so bad, but hopefully you enjoyed the episode regardless. If you did, then please do consider leaving a like rating, and I'll see you for the next episode of career mode very soon. We'll begin a new season with Arsenal.